Dr. Jordan Femi Fagite, a pragmatic, astute entrepreneur, certified project management expert and industry captain, is the Group Executive Director, General Services of the Cabota Group Ltd.
Most of our business areas requires we opening up new grounds, breaking new frontiers, setting up new relationships. You can imagine us setting up an independent power plant, a standalone for a community or university or an industrial hub where there won't be recourse to public power grid. That means you are most likely opening up a virgin area. And of course, that place would belong to some people or might be given to you or sold to you by some people. And of course, to ensure that you operate there comfortably, to make sure that people who are in that environment also enjoy your presence there, most of the time we deploy roads, we deploy security services, we deploy lighting free to these communities. And where we see other things that we need to do, we also do. So our corporate social responsibility is something that goes with our operations virtually all of the time. Where roads, we find roads deplorable, we move in and we just get to know the stakeholders who own such roads, we fix it. So it's a routine thing as part of our operations. CSR is a routine thing. The road that leads into the head office street here, about some 2-3 months ago, it was deplorable. My MD called me, we were driving through the road one day, he said, look, Femi, I think we need to move in materials to fill up this place. We didn't need to ask anybody. I think if every one of us in Nigeria think that way, we will have a better country. It's been a mix of exciting and rewarding responses, and it's been a mix of also very challenging situations. I'll give you 3 variants of what I just spoke about. In power generation, developers in the independent power sector in Nigeria were less than 15. The real developers were less than 15 in the whole country. And for the fact that our business model makes the customer free of having to pay 1 naira upfront, it has given us a leverage to have walk-in customers. So it's been very encouraging. It's been very encouraging. However, the challenge in that sector is importing equipment, importing peripherals to build all these power plants, customs, you know, the usual thing. A few bottlenecks here and there, delays here and there while doing your EPC, but fundamentally it's not been a bad run with the IPP sector. In logistics, I want to advise people doing logistics. Anything you want to do logistics, don't use second-hand vehicles or used vehicles. I started my logistics arm with used Sinotruck Owo Chinese tippers, and it was a very bad experiment. So anything you're doing logistics, you know, it was a learning curve. It was a learning curve. Use brand new vehicles, proper maintenance, well-trained personnel, very critical to what you're doing. So like I said, it's been a mixture of very encouraging responses, learning curves, and a few challenges, but we're moving forward. One, we have a policy surrounding that, and that means we have a structure for staff training on a steady and regular basis, both in Nigeria and overseas.